Hi guys, I'm El Gracian from elbowpepper.com. Today I'm here at my mother-in-law's and want to show you a nice, simple raised bed garden that I've put in for her. Are you in an urban or maybe a suburban area and you've thought about gardening, but then you look at your plot, maybe you look at your soil, at the ground that you have to work with, and maybe it just seems like that's an impossible task. Is it just this rocky clay? Maybe you have just a couple inches of topsoil and then you're on bedrock. Does that mean you just have to throw in the towel because there's no chance of being able to plant something successfully? Absolutely not. That was the situation it looked like we had here, but now, today, we have an excellent start in year one with some good fertility and some good results in this raised bed garden. So I want to show you how we've set this up, and you'll be able to see the results of what we're getting already in the very first season. We installed this raised bed in April on a relatively flat area in the lawn, just a couple of feet away from the back porch where the garden can be watched and monitored every day very easily, in a spot where there was excellent lighting, really good full sun. That's where we put this bed. We went with a 4-foot by 8-foot bed constructed from 2x10 lumber using 3 8-foot boards. And after everything was fastened well, we were able to drop it into place on the actual lawn. We anchored the bed in place with some stakes that kept it nicely attached to the ground. We didn't pull up the grass, but rather, after getting it leveled, we laid down several layers of cardboard to completely choke out the grass, killing it, not allowing it to come up through the box, but leaving all of that organic matter, leaving all of that topsoil that was already there in place. To get the maximum results from this bed, we filled it up with some really good soil. You could try to use a Mel's mix, but for this project, a 4x8 bed that was 10 inches deep, I had delivered on site a 50-50 mix of topsoil that also had mushroom manure or mushroom compost already mixed in. So added to that mixture of topsoil and mushroom manure, I added 2 cubic feet each of some peat moss and vermiculite just to slightly enhance the texture of the soil while keeping the cost to a minimum. And then on May 22nd is when I planted this garden. Much of it was direct sown. The seeds such as beans, spaghetti squash, zucchini, and we did have some transplants of some peppers, some tomatoes, and an acorn squash. It didn't take very long at all, and the plants were already starting to take off, and we were already seeing some great growth. And now if we skip ahead to today, July 9th, look at how this stuff is looking. These plants are going crazy. It's awesome. I mean, yeah, the soil here, the grass, this lawn, not really all that great, not doing so hot. But by just bringing in some inexpensive topsoil mushroom manure mixture, we're able to add 10 inches of high quality soil right on top of the topsoil that's there. You put in a little bit of some organic fertilizer, and this stuff can do so great. We went with a trellis system, some basic wire fence material that is placed on some U-posts. What's really great about them is they have these little hooks that allow you to drop the fencing material right onto it, securing it without the use of any hardware. And I found that this has stayed in place really well, even as the fences started to get weighted down with all these spaghetti squash and the different plants just hanging on this. So all the vining things have been able to go vertical. They've been able to climb up the fence. This whole trellis is on the back side of the box, that is to say the northern side. And so on the southern side of that is where the rest of the plants are growing, and they're in the optimal light that you could expect in the northern hemisphere. We've got zucchini coming in, we have tomatoes that are ripening, and the beans are already flowering, and pretty soon we're going to have beans that are going to be setting. Spaghetti squash are all over the place. This thing is doing great. So there you have it, guys. It may take a little bit of planning and some preparation, but even despite challenging soil situations, depleted soils, poor drainage, issues like these, that doesn't mean that you can't prepare a nice site for an excellent vegetable garden, and then going forward you can focus on using organic techniques to continue to build your soil fertility. Slowly in time you could take on building more beds if you want, or you can scale things down if you want to, depending upon how things have been working out for you. The key is to get in there and garden. Don't be afraid of limitations. View them as challenges that can be overcome. Just do some research and have some determination, and you'll find that you're gardening in no time and having a great time doing it. I know that my mother-in-law has been really excited to be able to get out there, and already she's harvesting things and even sharing them with her neighbors. Really, that's a big part of what gardening is all about. So, don't let anything hold you back. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, happy gardening.